Most men think that high reps equals more muscle growth, but the reality is that your body does not grow from more reps. It grows from mechanical tension. And doing high rep training can affect your hormones, can affect your testosterone, which are very important for muscle building and strength gains. And why you should listen to me? Well, I'm a certified coach. I've coached people from 16 to 60 years old, male, female, in the gym, online, outdoors. I've got people from zero beginner to advanced levels of strength. And me, I've achieved strength features with my height and weight that most men will never achieve in their lives. Now, let me show you here an example so you can see things more clearly. We have two types of pull-ups here. We have the CrossFit pull-up and we have the normal calisthenics street lifting pull-up. On this one, you don't apply that much force, you just swing and you use momentum. And this is not optimal for you to develop the most strength possible and even muscle growth. You may feel the pump on the muscles, on the bicep, on the upper back, but this does not mean that it is the best for muscle growth. For example, you may run 10K and you feel your legs sore, but this does not mean that it is the best for you to have the most strength and size. Secondly, it is very fatiguing, and this can affect your whole session if you have another exercise to do after. And this excess of fatigue, it is not the best friends with your testosterone. When you have a lot of fatigue, your cortisol rises and your testosterone tanks, which is not the best thing for muscle growth and strength. Then you have poor motor unit recruitment, which is not good for strength overall. And it is bad for your hormones because of the excess fatigue. When you're doing an exercise and you're out of breath right after, this means that it is very, very fatiguing and you're probably not doing the best thing for strength gains and even muscle growth. This does not mean that you'll never build muscle doing this. If you're a beginner, yes. It doesn't matter what you do, you'll build muscle. But if you want to go to the advanced level of strength, of pulling strength, developing your back, probably doing this one is the best thing. Why? Because because you can produce more force and you have good contractions, which is necessary for muscle growth and strength development. Last session fatigue, when you do a set of 6-8 reps, you may have some fatigue, but it's not like you're out of breath and you cannot do anything else after that. And in 2 days after, you are basically fully recovered. It has a good motor unit recruitment, which is essential for strength, and is good for your hormones because you're not pushing your limits. You're not pushing your body to the limits. You have this acute stress, but it does not affect your hormones like excessive stress from doing this high rep training that fatigues your nervous system, your muscles, your lungs a lot. Now, why mechanical tension is more important than rep range? Well, what builds muscle and strength is high muscular force output, high quality contractions, and rep number is just a tool. Mechanical tension is what actual signal for growth. Reps is just for you to see if you're progressing or not. For example, you do 4 reps a day and the next week you did 6 reps. This means that you're getting stronger. This means that you're getting the adaptations. This means that you're building muscle. And rep ranges is just for you to see if you're progressing or not. If you go to the gym, you've probably seen this before. There's always a guy there that grabs the lightest weight and does 15, 20 reps. And after doing those 20 reps, his breath didn't change. You see that the velocity on the weights didn't change from beginning to the end. And this happens a lot of times with people, especially from 30s and above. They're kind of scared or they don't know that they can do more weight. And most coaches in the gym will tell you to do 3 by 12, which is not a good thing. And this will just accumulate the fatigue. You may have some burn on the muscles, but this is not the optimal for you to progress the fastest possible. Your body is stronger than what you think. What you want to do is high force. You want to produce high force for growth. Pick a weight that you can do maximum 6 to 8 reps, do 2, maximum 3 sets, and every week you want to do more weight. Or you can test a max out. For example, you see if you can get to 10 reps, and then it means that you have to increase the weight. It is that simple with training. Now, what low reps actually do? Low reps, maximum tension per rep, high reps, reduce force per rep. Low reps create maximal force, high motor unit activation, short duration, strong hormonal environment. If you want to get the strongest possible, if you want to build muscle in the most optimal way, doing lower reps, I believe, is the best way. This is the training your nervous system and hormones want, because you're not putting the unnecessary fatigue, because recovery is very important. When you go beyond the effective reps, you're just accumulating fatigue. This will not make you grow more muscle or get stronger fast. If you ever seen the strongest athletes, they rarely go to their limit because they understand this. And why the extra reps cause problems? High reps, I'd say sets from 11 reps and above. After the effective reps, like I said, everything after is more fatigue, more lactate, more CNS strain, more cortisol, not more muscle. And when you combine all of these things, you get drained and you have more, and it takes you more time to recover. And this can affect your performance next session. It has long duration. It elevates your heart rate, elevates stress response. This spikes cortisol, which suppresses testosterone, and also it can affect your hunger levels. There's people that when they work way too hard, they lose hunger. They don't want to eat. And this is not a good thing for the recovery. Now, muscle and CNS fatigue. High rep creates two types of unnecessary fatigue. Muscle fatigue, burn, the pump, the lactate, and not tension-driven growth. The CNS fatigue, which I think is even more important than muscle fatigue. Long sets drains the nervous system, slower recovery, which will equal to lower hormonal output, and both lead to lower performance and lower testosterone. This is probably what happens when you do only high rep training. You get tired, your hormones get wrecked, you need a lot of pre-workouts, energy drinks to get to your workout, to do your workouts. And also this can affect your sleep when you wreck your nervous system and your hormones. This is very important. You want your hormones and nervous system to always be recovered. You never want these two things to tank, because this will affect your whole session, your next block, your recovery, your muscle growth, and also can lead you to anxiety and even depression. When you destroy your CNS, all of these things can happen. And like I said in the beginning, high reps are not bad. High reps actually have benefits. Build work capacity, improve tendon health, increase muscle endurance, increase blood flow, useful for finishes and accessories, learning the movement, but they are not optimal for strength, testosterone, or low fatigue progress. If you're a beginner, doing some high rep can be very useful for you to learn the movement. For example, if you're learning a squat, you will not put a lot of weight and do 3 to 5 reps. You want to do a lot of reps for you to feel how it is to do a back squat, for you to find the best position for your legs, your feet, your knees to be. And this applies to every single exercise. During the off season, doing high reps also can be very important for your tendon, for it to increase your muscle endurance, which later on can be very helpful with your 1 rep max training, with the lower rep training. High reps is not bad. You have to know when to use it. You have to use it to your own benefit. Now, when high reps becomes a problem, high reps hurt your hormones when you rely on them as your main training style. You chase failure often, your heart rate stays elevated too long. And this will equal to high strain, high cortisol, which lowers testosterone. So, what is the best approach for men? For strength recovery and hormonal dominance, 1 to 6 reps, high mechanical tension, long rests, low acute fatigue, clean, powerful contractions. This trains your strength system and not your stress system. This is what I do with my clients. We always try to optimize recovery, CNS, and training. And doing these 3 things, they make progress faster than ever before in terms of strength and muscle growth. If you want to see more of my clients, go in the first link in the description, scroll down, and you'll see some of my clients' progress. So that was it for this video. If you're interested in coaching, first link in the description, and you have every information that you need. See you all in the next video.